So for somebody who is watching along, and of course the images behind us, you're seeing a lot of different, more edgier fashion.
Yeah.
Somebody who wants to do a style closet, like, is it a massive investment? Is it like, can you go through vintage stores and Goodwill and find cool stuff? Like, what are some of your sources?
So my thing is anything in my closet, I do not spend over $120 on a piece. Okay. I'm constantly stocking Poshmark, thrift stores, eBay, Facebook groups, all sorts of stuff like that to find, because I mean, you can find great Free People dresses that are retailing for $300-400, brand new with tags for, I've gotten them as cheap as $12.
Wow.
So it's really, it does not have to be a huge investment up front if you want. I'm very much a big go big or go home kind of person. Yeah. So I wanted it to be that way just to kind of have it. But I recommend starting small. Accessories like hats, necklaces, jackets are a big one. Yeah. A jacket and a hat are something that can level up an outfit and take it from 0 to 10 like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you were saying this morning, like when we were talking through the images on the wall, that you're using this as an addition to the outfits that they're bringing in.
Yes.
So you're not really taking over the style of the session. You're doing this as an add-on for you, for them, for really cool marketing images, for reels, for all that kind of stuff.
So what I kind of say to them is I'm like, you can't, if you want to use every single one of your outfits from the style closet, you can. If you don't want to use a thing, that's great too.
Yeah.
It all is just going to depend on the girl and really who is in my studio at that point in time. I definitely have had ones who are like, yep, I want this, this, and this, and are picking the craziest things I have in my closet. And then I have ones that walk in and go, where's the white dress?
Yeah.
And I'm like, not here.
You're gonna have to look online for that. Yeah, for sure. So one of the things that you, when you were sending us images to print for today and to show, you sent a storyboard.
Yes.
Which is one of your products. And you said this was one of your favorite ones.
Yes.
So we're actually gonna put that up on the screen, and it's actually hanging over your back right shoulder here. Talk to us about this and why this means so much to you and how it's translating into sales for product for you.
So this storyboard in specific is really special to me. This has been, that girl right there has probably been my best friend since I was about 5 or 6. We've been through so much together, attended grandparents' funerals, holidays together, birthdays, family dinners. She's the type of friend I say who can walk into my house at any time and open up the fridge and take what she wants.
That's a good friend.
It's just, she really has become family over these years. And I know my parents look at her as one of their own, and her parents do the same for me. Yeah. But I really like these storyboards because, one, you can take so many images and put them in one spot for the wall. But then also it's really telling so many different things about her. She has her cheerleading uniform. She has her dad's vintage Bronco.
Yeah, the Bronco's awesome.
Yeah, the Bronco's so cool. The record store, a jacket that her and her sister hand painted, her pointing up to a "You Are Beautiful" sign. Yeah. And then just a pretty one in a dress on the beach. Because, gotta have that. Right. But it really, I mean, you look at that, and if you know her, you're like, yep, that's Macy.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And what you're really doing is you're telling the story of her, you know, as a human being.
Yep.
It's not a single image. You're basically creating like an album spread for the wall.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I'm designing them in Fundy on an album designer, and I mean that's probably the same layout I've put in an album a couple times too. But
yeah, that's awesome. So when you are out photographing, are you pre-thinking of these types of products for albums, for your storyboard, where you have to have depth within the editorial style session to be able to build these things?
So yes and no. I'm very much like squirrel. And so if I see something I like, I'm gonna wanna shoot it.
Yep.
So I guess where that really comes into play is when I'm culling down my images and looking at how can we have such a diverse gallery and only 70 images or so. So I feel like that's pretty much where it comes into play. But yes, while I am shooting though, I do keep in mind and are pointing out to the clients if one shows up that's a landscape image, I'm like, oh, that would look so cool as a full spread in an album or on a medal or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. And it's good to feed those things in during the session because it already gets them thinking about the product that they're gonna buy.